So prior to music, were you in the streets heavy?
Yeah. I had my good run in the streets. You know what I mean? Definitely did. You know.
At what age did you start getting involved in the streets?
Probably around 15, 16. I started like being exposed to certain things and seeing certain things, and that's the age where you think you know it all. You want to experiment. You want to experiment with shit. You think you tough. You are tough. You know what I mean? But I was always the guy I always hung around the older cats. You know what I mean? I always had a good people around me. They was older most of the time, but I used to listen a lot too. You know what I mean? I'm the type to listen more, speak less. So I
Right.
was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Rappy. And I was talking to Rappy, and Rappy was saying that like you were always that guy that wasn't like at the forefront necessarily, like talking the most. Like you was like kind of like in the background,
Man.
And so
Yeah.
you can always learn a lot more when you're not the one talking, but you're the one that's watching, the one that's listening.
And you never know. The guy in the background, the quietest one, usually be the one, you know what I mean? That's pretty much running the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
At
they always
least.
say that the one that is loudest in the room is usually not the toughest, not the not the really
Right.
about it. So
Yeah.
so obviously, all the things that we're talking about is beyond the statute of limitations, right? But
100%.
what right at that time, like what were you doing? Like were you moving work? Were you like sticking people up? What kind of things were you getting into as a kid?
Nah, I wasn't getting dudes nah, I wasn't doing that. I didn't respect that. You know what I'm saying? When I was in my era, we'll call it, I didn't respect that. You know what I mean? Nah, I was just involved in a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just I was good at it, man. Like I said, I was in a town where it wasn't blown up like that yet. You feel me? Like I was one of the first ones to really bring certain things around to where I was at. You know what I mean? So like I kind of turned it up. You know what I mean? And did a lot. You feel me? Like I don't like getting into specifics. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I did really good for myself, man. And I wasn't a knucklehead neither. Like I didn't abuse nothing I did. I was good to everybody, bro. Everybody you can ask, whoever knows me or whoever was in the streets, still to this day, people, you know what I mean? Like niggas gonna know me. You feel me? But back then, if they was around when I was out there popping them bottles and bringing everybody with me and different cars, you know what I'm saying? All the cars, you know what I mean? I done been there, done it, you know what I mean? And like the best of them, you know what I mean?
Would you say that like there's a misconception about the reputation of Long Island? Because people view it different than like the other boroughs.
Yeah, we definitely don't get our credit, you know what I'm saying? Like we definitely don't get the credit. I'm not one of those to be like, oh, you know what I mean, to cry over it, but it's just a known fact, you know what I'm saying? Like Long Island done contributed so much in so many ways and it don't get the recognition it deserves. Like if we start naming the rappers, first of all, the rappers and producers, like let's go back. Ice Cube, who was producing those albums I was listening to? Come to find out they was getting produced in Long Island by Keith Shockley, Hank Shockley, you know what I'm saying? The Bomb Squad. When Cube had his beef with NWA, he moved out here.
Yeah, he did.
So you know what
That's
I'm
what's so
saying?
crazy.
So it's crazy. Everything is like 6 degrees of separation. It's weird. You know what I mean? But yeah, you got Flavor Flav, Public Enemy. You got Eric Sherman. Who am I forgetting? Rakim, the God Rakim. Like the list goes on and on and on. I think Shan from out here, right? MC
No,
Shan,
Shan's
or he
from
lives out
Queens.
here. He's Queensbridge, but he lives
Yeah.
out here, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he lives in Georgia now.
My fault. Yep, I might be mistaken it, But yeah, Long Island done did a lot, man. Does a lot. So what people say a lot about Long Island is that whenever we go like to the boroughs or somewhere, Long Island's like quick to pop off, they want to prove a point, like we got a chip on our shoulder. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people say. You know what I mean?
But do you think that people viewed Long Island as being like kind of more like a suburb like vibe
Of
and it
course,
wasn't as hood? You know what I'm saying?
because it is. But don't get it twisted. You still got your Hempstead. You still got Freeport, Uniondale, Brentwood, Central Islip. I could go even out east more. You know what I'm saying? Those towns out there, like that, really, the same I don't want to like glorify it, but it's the same circumstances that are going on in the boroughs, right? Is going on there because of the same reasons, right? Because if we get into it, why is that? Why is the boroughs? Why is certain things going on in the boroughs, right? Or in certain places is because of poverty, right? Not the right schooling. There's not a 2-parent households are hard to come by. Programs for the kids, like same situations are going down in certain towns out here. You feel me? So you get the same
And crime
results,
happens
man.
everywhere.
And that too.
Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. So you add all that up and you got Long Island.